disrespect is so real. Oh boy, we have just had the college football. Share your referral link. Huh? Well, we just had the draft tonight. Really crazy about this whole draft thing is. Um, sorry. Uh, Once again, we have the most disrespectful day. No one drafts Shador Sanders in the first round. I find this to be one of the wildest things that we have seen in draft history for a long time. And I think we're in this moment too of like egos reaping what they sow. And I'll kill two birds with one stone. I'll talk about Shannon Sharp in a little bit, but like I remember originally people were pairing Dion with his son, and they were a package deal. Dion was going to tell people where his son could go, where they couldn't go. Um, thought he had that Manning power. When Eli got drafted, he didn't want to go to San Diego. And his family jumped in there. I don't know if they talked to the NFL or what, but he became a giant, two-time Super Bowl champion. During this whole process of the draft and the combine and all that, just getting the specs off these young men. Dion has kind of done what he wanted to do. His son has done what they wanted to do, and um, even to say I'm not going to let Travis or so and so go to this team and that team, like he really said that. And I just find it to be see to his son, as good as his son is. I don't think that I don't think we've ever seen anything like Shador and Cam Ward. They're kind of the same player. They're kind of the same football player, for real. If you give them a good line, they'll pick you the fuck apart. I don't think that we really give these two guys enough credit for how good they are. Now, in the antics, I don't agree in all the antics that that Shador does. I don't. I think the antics can be a bit much and unnecessary, but I get it. His dad did whatever, and it's like it was a family business. It's the family business to be that kind of athlete. I'm a huge fan of Shiloh as well. I love Shiloh. Because what people don't really understand about Shiloh Sanders is that he's probably going to get the worst end of the stick, right? Shiloh Sanders is a very fundamental football player. That kid is a fundamental football player. And I love Dion. I grew up loving him as a player. I used to try to wear my gear like him. I love Deion Sanders, but at the same time, now Deion older, he's got a lot of Black Panther vibes on him, and he's done a lot of good. He showed improvement in a lot of places, and I agree with some stuff, and some stuff I don't. When you start telling teams where your sons is gonna go, you, Travis, and him, it puts a really big it puts a really tough like pressure on your kid to have to be, in that mix. Not early for quarterbacks is good. Is good. Listen, I don't know what it's going to be, but I know what they thought it was going to be. Eric, salute to my boy Eric. They thought it was going to be something, and I'm just simply saying this. Sometimes, people will show you. And I had a coach tell me one time. He says, "I know you're good, but football will go on without you." I didn't understand that at the time, but I get it. You could be the greatest. They don't just have to show you no more. You don't have to come and snap a ball no more. So nobody remembers you. They take your opportunity away. And can he be QB2 now? Because somewhere he's going to have to be QB2 if he gets in the second round, perhaps. God forbid he drops to the third. I don't think it's the Pat thing that's bothering him. I don't think it's the Pat that's hurting him. Like, he goes back and he snaps the ball. He comes up. And right before he throws the ball, he gets a little. and boom, he throws the ball. I don't. That can be corrected. I've seen a couple quarterbacks do that in my time. When a quarterback finds that sweet spot, they pat it and they throw the ball. I don't think it's that. I think it's they are showing these motherfuckers that we don't need y'all for real. When I saw Dallas not draft him, oh, I was like, whoa. When Dallas didn't get him at that spot, I truly believe that these NFL owners, they get behind closed doors. And I know this, and I believe this because they did the Colin Kaepernick. They did the Kaepernick, and I don't agree with everything Kaepernick did. I thought the kneeling was. I don't know. I thought, man, I don't know. I don't think it's just going to prove any fucking thing. I applaud them. Hey, good luck. But I just didn't think the kneeling was about shit for real. I was like, all right, you can kneel if you want to. Just appreciate you for the culture. I get it, but it's not going to go anywhere but do anything than what it did. Got the kid blackballed. And then when he wanted to get back in, they kept his ass out. Just that dart coming from Ole Miss going to the Giants is like a real message. Like, yo, you shut the fuck up, you guys. You guys don't run shit around here. We don't give a fuck if your son play or not. It's kind of like that. It's a very real message that they sent to the Sanders family tonight. And I hope that this message doesn't affect Shiloh, because Shiloh is a solid football player. And I'll say this: there has never been a player that I could, in my time since I played college football, that I could say that was me. Not one player have I ever seen, but like, yeah, that's me, start to finish. I played football just like Shiloh. I played the game just like Shiloh Sanders. Listen, we not the greatest athletes. We ain't bad either. We not the fastest motherfuckers, but we still fast as shit. And I was fast. I was fast. But one thing I did better than anybody else, I hit hard as fuck. And I found my own lane, how to cover. That's Shiloh Sanders. I really think our games are close. Out of everybody you can say, Ed Reed, this guy, and I wasn't Ed Reed. Ed Reed's something different. But when I see Shiloh, I'm like, oh, we that hard hat, bring it to your ass type of guy. And eventually you get the point. So I hope this doesn't hurt him after what's all been done, what's been said. You've seen Shador at the combine talking, the family Sanders talk. And I'm not against it. I just think this just sometimes it can be a bad idea because this game does not need you. The NFL don't need you. They really don't. They can just keep going on their own. And unfortunately, we just seen a whole first round after seeing a whole offseason of college football leading up to the draft with Aaron Rodgers drama, whole nine involved and everything. And we thought that we were going to see number one, Cam Ward, sometimes Travis Hunter, number one, then Cam Ward, vice versa, and then Shador Sanders for sure, number three, Abdul Carter, somewhere in there, or maybe 3 or 4 with him and Shador. We never saw not the first whole goddamn day. The whole day, the whole first round, he doesn't show up to the draft. He's having his own deal. He doesn't show up to the draft. Is that it? I don't know. There's so many things at play, which we're going to talk about Saturday night on our show. Saturday night, 7 p.m. This Saturday night is a big show. We're going to lead off by the Carmelo Anthony. There's new developments in that case about the killing at the track meet. We're going to get into that just because I think it's important to understand what the climate and the mindset of our culture, even in the sporting world. It's getting spooky. In the sporting world, you got kids drilling other kids in the sporting world. And we're going to start with the top of the show covering that this Saturday night, 7 p.m. Thank Dad Sportscast on YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, my Facebook here. It'll all be live there. I want to change gears into this most terrible situation. And by the way, I will get into the draft position by position on Saturday night, like I said, with the whole squad of redheaded boys with me, and we go into this thing. We break down the draft picks and make sure everybody's happy with what they got. Green Bay got a wide receiver from Texas, which I am ecstatic. We haven't got a real baller in the first round in years. It's always been like a tight end, such and such. And plus, you way down there. Green Bay does decent every single season, so we don't have those top such and such picks. So we always get the 25th, 26th pick, Green Bay Packers. So everyone's kind of picked the bone clean of those real major stars, the Justin Jeffries and things of that nature, and the Cam Wards and so forth. And I'm glad what we got. It's like the first time we've got one of those kind of guys in a very long time, or ever for me knowing personally. But yeah, that's the draft. So we cover more of it Saturday night, 7 p.m. Thank Dad Sportscast on YouTube, Rumble, Instagram, Facebook, and my Facebook. Please like, share, subscribe. Salute to Thank Dads. Now I'm going to get into another topic that we're covering Saturday night, right after this Carmelo Anthony thing. We're going to be talking about the Thank Dads, talking about Shannon Sharp. The scandal with Shannon Sharp. Now, the funny shit is that we usually don't do shit like this on our podcast. We keep it pretty much about sports. We don't get personal with certain shit. But as of lately, I've been doing these motivational situations, these motivational videos, some speaking and the whole nine on, just the process of trying to get to this, the pinnacle of whatever the pinnacle is for you, And I saw Shannon Sharp when he left Undisputed. I never thought that Shannon Sharp was all that good. I never thought nothing was really good about his commentary of how he delivered on sports talk television. I thought that him and Skip bounced off each other very well. I thought it was cool. And I just thought it was an average show. I thought it was one of those shows like you'll see with Keyshawn over here, and you see with Shady McCoy with his guy. Like it's nothing really like First Take. It's not even really like those Cameron and what you call dude, Mace. They have hustled. Those are hustlers over there, Mace and Cameron. Like they've hustled. Salute to them dudes, man. They not even athletes like that for real. I know Cameron played basketball, so did Mace, but like they weren't going to like St. John's. They weren't getting like major D1s. They were good ballers. They were good hood ballers. They were good. Not saying, not disrespecting them either. Just saying that they didn't have that mind. And they hustlers. They they don't have that mindset for real like hardworking athletes where they go into the courts and dribbling like coping. So they're just not doing that. They can adapt to anything. Them kinds of dudes. Them Harlem dudes, they different. It's different kind of dudes. And when I saw Shannon Sharp, he wasn't that guy. He really wasn't. But when he got into that argument with Skip, it propelled him. We all felt for him. I thought it was just good fucking sports talk. I thought it was just two dudes in the garage mad at each other over who their favorite team lost and just went at each other hard and they made it into something. But the best thing that happened to him was he got out of there. And he got to be him. And they questioned this, he made his money. He came over to ESPN. It was a big deal. They embraced it. He did well. He started Club Shay Shay. And after he did the Cat Williams thing, they started questioning his sexuality. And what's really weird is like, I don't know what the ego is with like $50 million. I can't imagine having an ego with $50 million. I can't. That's just me. Like giving a fuck about what people think when I got 50 million to my name. I mean, I don't give a fuck now for real, but like with 50 million to my name, anybody who said anything about me, I would just show them my horse. I just pull my horse out and just take a whole video with my horse and feed him apples and beside my Ferrari at the same time, behind with my house. Like, come on, man. I wouldn't even have conversations with these people. And it gets to the point too where like you're old as shit, you're not married. That's his prerogative, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not against that. I'm just simply saying, like, I ain't getting ready to be on the phone with no girls having no conversations about stress. I'm not doing that. I got all this money and I'm on the phone with one girl having a conversation about stress. Like, and I'm not talking about the sexual part. I'm just talking about them going back and forth. Yeah, you're being addicted to me right now. I'm like, what? Why would I ever have a conversation like this? I'm worth 50 million. And listen, when he leaked the video, because now I know he leaked the video because people were saying they thought he was gay. So he leaks the video, and in the video it says, "Don't run from me, bitch. You knew what kind of nigga I was when you got with me." I was like, whoa. No matter what you guys are doing, that don't sound good, Disney. And that was leaked. At some point in time, Shannon Sharp, understand you're Shannon Sharp, and there's a certain level of integrity that you have to have in that position. Don't think that you're above the norm. You got pushed because people were saying you were gay. You showed up to games with your stylist. He was gay. And you had to put out something to make you feel better about yourself because people believe you were gay. So if I put out this tape, they can hear me in the act of sex and I'm saying, hey, you, all of this stuff, but it sounds forceful. It sounds like a negative thing that many women have heard before. Don't run from me. Oh, well, if she's running from you, it probably don't feel good. We role playing. It's almost 60 seconds. I'll be smarter than that. What do you want? Kind of conversation you supposed to have with a damn Instagram girl? A fucking Instagram girl at 22 some years old. What kind of conversation? I'm not having a conversation with you. It's so bad. I'm not having a conversation. I'm getting on the phone stressing with you. But why are you saying shit? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? What? I'm 50 million. Listen, She can go. I'm sorry. I apologize, man. I didn't mean. I'm never talking crazy to her. For what? Because at some point in time, you have to understand a young lady who does OnlyFans and get you on tape like this, bro. You cannot set yourself up for that at 50-something years old. With the whole world eating out the palm of your hands, you can't do that shit. I'm never having conflict. I'm thank God that I'm fucking married, but if I was in that guy's situation, bro, like I'm not even getting into an argument. Hey, if she tried to start one, I'd be like, hey, I gotta call you back right back. The toilet's overflowing. I gotta go. Never doing that. But the ego, old man, young girl, yeah, it's just weird. And now he's ruined. He's not coming back. He says that he's elected to step down from ESPN. I damn sure don't think that he elected anything. I think they gave him a statement to say. Here's your statement, Shannon. Say this, and if you can beat this somehow, if you can beat it, then cool, we'll bring you back. If you can make this look good enough. And the fact that he would even go as far as to say, Busby went after Jay-Z as well. Like, why would you do that? I guarantee you didn't get that pass from Jay-Z. I guarantee Hov did not give you that pass. Like, I just don't know why you would do that. And then you tried to settle for $10 million. When Jay-Z caught those accusations from this ambulance chaser Busby, listen, first and foremost, I think that this is a lot of a lot of reaping what you sow when you're a dick. That's what I really think this is. Do I think there was sexual assault and all that shit? I think this young lady was into whatever, you know. Because when you do the OnlyFans shit and you start doing OnlyFans is really porn. And a lot of them don't have a real, like, a lot of those girls, they don't have a real moral compass. But if she's saying don't do something, you don't fucking do it. No matter if she's an OnlyFans girl, porn girl, whatever the fuck she is, you don't do it. She says, please don't do that to me. You fucking don't do it, bro. Just and listen, her talking to him after he did whatever he did, it's still weird. Because you would think that this woman would be like, yo, I'm never talking to this guy again. I'm calling the, like, she didn't do that. But still, any little thing, she tell you don't do that shit, don't do it. And she recorded him and she caught it. And now at the best height of his career, $100 million payday coming. And that was just from ESPN, I think. And then I think he was going to get another major deal for all of his platforms. And all of this is ruined because you having conversations on the phone with 22-year-old girls because that made your ego feel good. That is crazy to me. When I seen him at that basketball game, he was fighting with that player, right? At the Memphis versus Laker game. And that big white dude for Memphis looks like fucking Thor. I forget his name, but I'm telling you, he's a big motherfucker. And when I saw that shit, I was like, what the fuck is Shannon Sharp doing? Why are you making all this fuss at a fucking Laker game courtside? No one's ever done this shit. That's how you know you from out of town. Doing too much. Your stylist coming up with a purse, you looking crazy, he looking as he looked. I ain't got no problem with gay folks, but yo, he look gay. Walking up there with a purse and the whole nine, you sitting beside him. Yeah, they're gonna think you gay, Shannon. But then you get up there, get into a fight with this guy. Then you leak a sex tape a couple months later. saying, hey, don't run from me. You sound like a rapist, man. You sound like a fucking rapist. And they bring a lawsuit against you a week before you get your $100 million deal. We're going to talk about this shit Saturday night, 7 p.m. Thank that Sportscast YouTube Rumble. Please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube. To Thank Dash, we're going to redo our Facebook. I don't know what Facebook is doing to the dads, but that's what we're into. Also, too, we'll be covering King of the Cage coming up May 10th. We'll be on the show with Jay Biggs. Salute to Jay Biggs, man. Jay Biggs talked about us on this show today. But I'm just really in this place of like, there's a lot of motherfuckers being revealed for not being nice people. And I think part of my motivational series is like talk about my whole journey and talk about how I got this, to this point where I am now. But at the same time, like, bro, I had to learn a long time ago, like, can't be a dick. You cannot be a selfish dick at that. And there's no world where you'll ever hear me ever talking to a woman like that on the telephone for nothing. And someone's like, yo, well, she wanted me to role play with her like that. Now, this is what I got to say to that. This is what's really, I hope that, listen, if that's right, I'd rather him just be a dick than be role playing. Because if you are a 50-something-year-old man that's letting a fucking 22-year-old girl lead you by the nose to some dumb shit, there are 1,000 other women that will not go through that shit and make you do none of that. You're already paying. It's not like this young girl's interested in you because you're a Renaissance man. No, you're an old motherfucker with money, show her a good time. You're a black man, you're good looking, and you might be able to do something that she wants you to do, but I'm not gonna role play on no phone and none of that other shit. Too old for that shit. Go ahead with that dumb shit. I ain't role playing with your ass. Shut up. I can't like, you know what I'm saying? And if that's true, that's even worse. Well, they were just role playing on the phone and she recorded the whole thing and set your stupid ass up because you decided to do some dumb shit, some role playing at 50-some years old. And then when I saw you fucking hitting the mitts with Terrence Crawford and realized you can't throw a punch, you got bad hips. What the fuck's wrong with you, man? Better get you a grown ass woman, badass hip motherfucking with these 22 children. Set your ass up. All right, now say that you're a teddy bear and growl like this. Yeah, do that now. Say you choke my butthole out. Like just weird stuff. Just totally weird. I can't make this shit up. Shannon, oh God. It makes me terribly sick to see what this man has done to his career. Oh my God. 22 years old, got your stupid ass on recording. I don't care what you send. You can listen, you can send a video of you doing all the right things. They still at Disney have this in their head, and other people do too. And you have a stain on you. And to be on that network, they have to see you and say, this is the guy who was doing this and that to girls. This is the guy that didn't wear the condom when he did that to the girl. Da, da, da. That's what they're going to think when they see you. And Disney's not going to go for that shit. They're not going to put you on there. Disney's not going to put him back on there. Man, it's ego. And there are videos of him saying shit like, trying to tell me to date my age. I'm going to date my wage. I'm like, bro, that's the dumbest shit to ever say. Because if you're going to do that, you don't date that. You deal with that and you're done. You don't stick around and make phone calls to him. What are you talking about? Them only girls fans, bro. Those are only girl fans. They are doing multiple situations at one time. You don't think that you got a situation with these girls because you don't. It's just a situation and let it go and come back. If you want to, call me, hey, what you doing? Hey, how about drinks Thursday night? All right, cool, come on out. And then y'all get back together. But keeping a relationship with one of them joints, you crazy. Burn? God. Oh, man. And he talks so much shit. What I do in the bedroom is this, that, and the third. He says a lot of that type of shit on all of his platforms. And it's bit him in the ass. And especially going back to the seat beside that Molly chick. Molly, boy. Molly is a real feminist. She's a real feminist. And I'm not saying that in a bad light. If you want to be a feminist, be a feminist. I don't care. I don't be what you want to be. But Molly don't let shit slide. Molly will pick on the smallest shit. So you think she's going back chuckling with fucking Shannon from here? You think all them basketball girls that show up there are going to go back to chuckling with this guy? Awkward for a long time. He's somebody going to come back around the NFL preseason. You ain't coming back, period, boy. That's not, if that happens, boy, I would love it for him. If he can redeem himself some kind of way and make this, clean it up, and they find out something's not true. I don't think I don't think he's raping these women. I just think that he's an extremely foolish human being with a lot of money and no wisdom. And now he'll have no money and wish he had wisdom. Anywho, tune into us Saturday night, Dang That Sportscast, YouTube, Rumble, King of the Cage coming May 10th here. I think Silver Legacy downtown, May 10th, King of the Cage. I probably have my guy Alex. I'm gonna find out if Alex is fighting on this card. I haven't gotten to it just yet. Jay Biggs on the Jay Biggs show here. Jay Biggs, Blunt Talk. But yeah, we'll be getting into it Saturday night. This whole thing. Next is the draft. Like I said, no Deion Sanders' son in there. Jacksonville trades up to get Travis Hunter, which I thought was smart. Trevor Lawrence is not a bad quarterback. There's just nothing there. There's nothing. There's not shit in Jacksonville. And I remember when Joe Burrow, those guys make that move for the big lineman that they got from the Kansas City Chiefs. That was a big move. And I felt like that none of those moves have been made for Trevor Lawrence. And I feel like he also hasn't had a really bright wide receiver to go to. And I think that for Travis Hunter, you're going to have to learn that offensive side of the ball first. You're going to have to learn how to play the offensive side. Defense is different. They can throw the ball out on football film like I play when you're a defensive player. Once you start vibing with the guys, man, it's on. You know coverages. You know what I'm saying? It ain't hard to learn signals and coverages and shit. It ain't hard. But with that offense, that timing of the offense is different. And I think if he gets on that page with Trevor Lawrence, they might have something in Jacksonville. They might have something. And he can play some DB too. Woo-wee. Covering two things at one time. Now, I don't know how well that's going to work. I'm not against it. I'm not one of these people saying that he can't, because this is sports. And we had a Magic Johnson, Isaiah, a Jordan, Kobe Bryant, a LeBron James. The game just elevates, period. The game of football just elevates. And so I can't say what a person's not going to do. So I can't say that kid's not going to be able to do this. But what I do think he has to do right away is learn how to play wide receiver first. You have to learn how to fit into that offense and learn the timing of the entire offense. Every receiver's crossing, the whole nine. That shit is so important for you to have a really good, congruent team. You have to know how to vibe with your team. Making picks and the whole nine. Well, shouldn't be a pick, but we ran this route and it turned to a pick. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you have to learn that first before. But defense, he can go over there and play anytime. Cam Ward, I expected for him to go first. Cam Ward's going to be special for a very long time. But him and Shador, the same quarterback. You give those guys a good enough line, bro, they will ruin your life. And I hope that little pat shit that Shador does is not what got him to this place where he failed this far. Because I don't, other than maybe the family business shit, I think that's kind of most of this. But that little pat wasn't, something you can fix pretty easily. What else do we have going on out here for us on Saturday night? Please tune in. Like, share, subscribe to the Dank Dad Sportscast. I think that's about it, guys. I'll be doing this, try to get on here as much as I can. Me and Jeffrey are getting ready to move into the space where we no longer have to do anything other than podcasting. And I'm just putting my foot on the throttle a little bit and just working every night and just giving you guys some sports. I think we had NBA scores tonight. I don't really have those. So I've been watching the draft. I've been blown away by this fucking Shador Sanders bullshit. This is crazy. You have Jimmy Butler with Golden State, definitely for tailbone bruise. That's going to be interesting. They cannot do it without Jimmy right now. They need a Jimmy. My Lakers are 1-1. My Lakers are 1-1. This is a really good NBA playoffs to watch, actually. Super incredible NBA playoffs to watch. But I think that's about it, guys. What else I have? Ain't got shit, man. We the Dank Dad Sportscast, man. Salute, man. We love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me, man. See you Saturday night at 7 p.m. West Coast time. 10 p.m. EST. These are our topics that we're going to start off with. So 7 p.m. on the dot, man. Come on in. We're hitting these topics. Carmelo Anthony, Shannon Sharp, NFL draft. And we'll just go from there. We got tons of shit, man. We the Dank Dad Sportscast. We love you and we out. 1/4. I'm 1/4. Love ya.